Hello everyone, this is unit7 here, teacher of English in Abdi High School. Before we get started, I would love to urge each one of you to stay home and to stay safe. Please stay safe for the sake of your family, of yourself, and of your community. It's better to stay home than end up at a hospital. Please stay home and stay safe. Before I tell you what will be the lesson of today, I would love you to listen to a conversation between two people, Melissa and Chuck. As you can see in the picture, Melissa is a customer in a beauty salon and Chuck is a hairdresser. Please listen and answer these two questions. Number one, where is Melissa from? Number two, where is Chuck from?
Where were you born, Melissa?
I was born in South Korea.
Oh, so you weren't born in the U.S.?
No, I came here in 2005.
You were pretty young.
Yeah, I was only 17.
Did you go to college right away?
No, my English wasn't very good, so I took English classes for 2 years first.
Well, your English is really good now.
Thanks. Your English is pretty good too.
I hope so. I was born here.
Okay, let's see your answers. Number one, where is Melissa from? She is from South Korea. Good answer. Number two, where is Chuck from? He is from the United States. Good job. What I would love you now to do is to listen again to the conversation and answer two more questions. Question one, where was Melissa born? Question two, where was Chuck born? You can listen and read at the same time. Please listen.
Where were you born, Melissa?
I was born in South Korea.
Oh, so you weren't born in the U.S.?
No, I came here in 2005.
You were pretty young.
Yeah, I was only 17.
Did you go to college right away?
No, my English wasn't very good, so I took English classes for 2 years first.
Well, your English is really good now.
Thanks. Your English is pretty good too.
I hope so. I was born here.
Fine. Let's correct. Number one, where was Melissa born? She was born in South Korea. Excellent. Number two, where was Chuck born? He was born in the United States. Good job. Let's now study the two previous answers. She was born in South Korea. No, she was pretty young. My question is, are these sentences in the present or in the past? Think about it and pay attention to the verb in both sentences. You got it, of course. Both are in the simple past or are in the past. You may have guessed the lesson of today. Good. Today's lesson is the past simple of verb to be. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to practice statements and to ask and answer questions with the past of verb to be. So please grab your pen and notebook and let's go. First, when do we use simple past? We use simple past to talk about completed activities or actions in the past. I was at school yesterday. To talk about the past, we need time reference or time expression, like in the example above, yesterday. There are many other examples of time references, such as yesterday, yesterday morning, yesterday evening, yesterday afternoon, last Monday, last week, in 2010, in the 19th century, 2 years ago, 2 days ago, and so on and so forth. So, what's the affirmative and negative form of verb to be in the past? For I, he, she, and it, in the affirmative, we use was. In the negative, we use was not, short form wasn't. Example, I was at school yesterday. Negative, I wasn't at school yesterday. For we, you, and they, for the affirmative form we use were. For the negative form we use were not or weren't. We were at school yesterday. Negative, we were not at school yesterday. You can pause the video to jot down this lesson in your notebook. Now, let's move to the verb to be, to the simple past of verb to be within questions. As you know, there are two main questions in English, yes/no questions and WH questions. Let's begin with yes/no questions. Was Melissa from Canada? Yes, she was. Or, no, she wasn't. What's the structure of verb to be in the past in yes/no question? We begin with was or were plus subject plus complement, and complement can be an adjective or can be a prepositional phrase, like in the example that we have here. Was Melissa from Canada? From Canada is a prepositional phrase. Let's move now to WH questions. Where was she born? She was born in South Korea. We call them WH questions or information question because we give information, unlike yes/no questions in which we answer with just yes or no. So what's the structure of past simple of verb to be in WH questions? We begin with WH expression plus was or were plus subject plus complement. Now, it's your turn. I would love you to take your time and to pause the video and answer these three questions. Number one, complete the sentences with was or were. Number two, rewrite the sentences in the negative. Number three, write the questions according to the answers. Let's correct. Number one, I was ill last night. B, Suzanne was on stage. C, they were at school last Tuesday. D, Elvis Presley was American. E, they were born in 1996. Good job. Let's move to exercise number 2. I was with my parents in the mountains. Negative. As I said, in the negative we just add not to the verb to be in the past. I wasn't with my parents in the mountains. B, Tim was absent yesterday. Negative. Tim wasn't absent yesterday. Way to go. Number 3, write the questions according to the answers. Here you have answers, so you need to write questions. For A, I was born in 1971. Here we ask about the time, so we need WH questions. So the question will be, when were you born? B, they were my grandparents. Who were they? C, he was a famous singer. Who was he? D, where were you yesterday morning? Please, for more practice, please go to Unit 7 in your student book, Visa to the Word or Outlook. This is the end of today's lesson. See you in the next video with a new lesson.